We are back on Get Up, and we are just 8 days away from the restart of the NBA season. And just like when it was halted, LeBron and the Lakers are the favorites to win the championship. Caesars currently listing them at 9-5 to take home the hardware. And ESPN.com has a really interesting article up right now, which asks, among other things, the following question to a group of our basketball insiders: fact or fiction, this is LeBron's best chance to win a fourth championship. And Ramona Shelburne chimed in saying she thinks it's fiction. Provided Anthony Davis re-signs long-term this summer, I think LeBron has another 2 to 3 years to contend for titles after this one, or basically as long as he can stay in peak condition. With Davis and James as centerpieces, the Lakers can retool their supporting cast rather easily each summer. So that's one vote for fiction. Let's see what vote we get from Jackie Mack, who joins us this morning. She was also asked that question in that article. Jackie, is this LeBron's last best chance at a fourth championship?
I won't say his last chance, but I do think it's his best chance, Greeny, and I'll tell you why. I'm going with the Darwin theory here: adapt and change, natural selection. And I think LeBron is better than anybody at doing that. We've seen his pandemic workout videos. We know he's in great shape, and that body got some rest, and he's ready for a good stretch run. And meanwhile, Montrezl Harrell is leaving the bubble. Patrick Beverley is leaving the bubble. The Lakers knew early on who they wouldn't have. Now they're regrouping. I think the Lakers have a great shot at this. I really do. I do too. And I think that there's also the factor of some great young building teams in that Western Conference. By a year or two from now, watch out for the Mavericks. Watch out for the Pelicans if Zion stays healthy and continues to develop. There's going to be a lot of other things. Let me bounce a few other things off you while I have you, Jackie. I want to play Anthony Davis because I'm fascinated by this year's MVP debate. I know you and I don't see it the same way, but I will bolster my case by playing what Anthony Davis said yesterday about LeBron.
Things he's doing at his age. I mean, he's playing like probably one of his, best years. Top team in the West. The things he's able to do on the floor, especially when everybody was saying, he was washed and he should hang it up and all these things. He come back with a dominant performance, and then just to be even in the race, at this age, and for me to see it every night, he does it every night. And he's been doing it his whole career. It's a good argument for him to be MVP.
He's having one of the great age 35 seasons of any player in any sport ever, not just in the NBA. And so, Jackie, I'm not a voter and you are. And I admitted this yesterday. Part of the reason, or the way I would break the tie, which I think it essentially is between LeBron and Giannis, is sentimentality. The fact that Giannis is young and he's got a lot more chances at this thing, and the LeBron story at the age of 35, doing this with the Lakers, coming back, reinventing his game the way he has. I admit, I would vote for him for those reasons. Are those bad reasons, and are you disagreeing with the premise that LeBron is the MVP?
Greeny, I understand your sentiment, and LeBron's had an amazing year. I'm not going to say a bad word about him. It's been fantastic what he's done, but it's not our job as voters to have an over 35 MVP and an under 35 MVP. And the fact of the matter is this: if you look at almost every metric, whether you prefer the PER or the ESPN plus minus, Giannis does top LeBron in pretty much all of those metrics. And I believe Giannis is going to not only be the MVP, but the Defensive Player of the Year, probably stealing both of those trophies from Laker players. So how on earth can you not pick Giannis in the prime of his career on the best team with a near historic point differential? It's not that I don't think LeBron's been fantastic. I do. And on any other year would be an easy vote, but it's not this year. And listen, LeBron could end up beating Giannis. Not even saying that couldn't happen. But Giannis deserves this award this year. All the metrics tell us that, and the eye test tells us that.
Now, I admit that I'm voting for LeBron for all the wrong reasons, and I will point out again, I don't have a vote, so all I'm really doing is...
That's why you're not a voter, Greeny.
Exactly. I'm supporting him just in my own little, quiet, irrelevant way. One more. I want to play Kawhi Leonard, and I want everyone to hear what he's saying as he prepares for a run at another championship in the bubble.
It feels like a training camp. You're going 2 weeks or so without playing a basketball game. But I guess the pleasures is, just like you said, team bonding, just enjoying your teammates' company pretty much.
Not always the most exciting to listen to talk, but probably the most important, or I guess I would ask you the question this way. As we go back to the bubble, we talk about LeBron, we talk about Giannis, but is Kawhi actually the most important player in this restart?
I agree with that, Greeny. And you don't hear about Kawhi in the MVP conversation for one obvious reason. He rested. He didn't play in enough games for the voters' taste. But when you get to the postseason and you see what Kawhi did last year, and now with all this added rest, another player that benefited so much from this layoff, look out for the Clippers. No one is talking about them. Doc Rivers loves that.
Absolutely.
Trust me.
And I think Kawhi probably loves it too. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.